Hey, it's Lee with a very delayed Smackdown review for June 12th, 2018. We're actually the week after that. I had a busy week. But I'm going to run it down anyway. So we start with 4 Money in the Bank women in the ring with Paige. I made a note of why not at least separate Naomi and Lana, who were in a bit of a battle just last week. And clearly Lana wasn't being her friend. Now they're super friendly and practically hugging. Lana cuts a little bit of a promo, and I wrote, where's her accent? She didn't even pretend to be Russian in this promo. I don't know if that's the direction they're going in, or if it was just one time where she forgot. They all talk a big game, obviously. Then the Iconics come out with bad impressions. I wrote, they're better than this. I think the Iconics are great at being annoying, but they're being so annoying that they're not entertaining right now. Then Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville come out, and they claim that all of the talent is outside of the ring right now, which is kind of interesting. So a little bit of a brawl ensues after that. Then we have Daniel Bryan backstage. Cass had threatened to break his leg. Bryan says that Cass isn't even trained enough to be able to break his leg. Then we have the Bryan versus Shelton Benjamin. Bryan hurts his knee fairly early on, so Benjamin starts attacking it pretty much throughout the match. Then Bryan attacks Benjamin's knee. There's a step-up knee to Bryan on the top rope from Benjamin. It's a fairly common move that he does, but it always looks good. And then he hits a superplex. But Bryan manages to put a knee bar on Benjamin and gets the win. It was a fine match, nothing special though. Asuka asks for a match with Carmella. Paige says she's not going to do it, but she's going to turn the 8-women tag match, which they hadn't actually announced as far as I could tell, but with the 8 women that started the show, into a 10-woman tag match, including both Asuka and Carmella. Miz is dressed like a ref backstage, and he wants to ref Samoa Joe versus Rusev. Paige says he's getting it with a wink, which makes you think that's not what's going to happen. Then Jerry Lawler comes out with a mic to a big Memphis ovation. AJ Styles tells him that he should have knocked Nakamura's head off during that signing instead of just slapping him in the face. And then he says he's going to teach him a lesson. Nothing of consequence is said. Miz is getting last-minute ref tips from eyebrows, I wrote. He's the ref with the gigantic eyebrows. I just thought that was a nice little touch. Then we have the match. It's Rusev versus Joe. There's a great intro by Aiden English. I thought it was one of his best. There's a good callback joke by Tom Phillips, who refers to the John Mayer being a great hip-hop star. The match was, I wrote, average. The Miz gets crushed by Samoa Joe off of an English distraction. The Miz refuses to count 3 for Joe when he tries to pin. Joe goes after the Miz, but he gets kicked by Rusev, and that gets Rusev the win. English gives Rusev a ladder. He takes out Joe, but the Miz then skull-crushing finales him. He grabs the briefcase and he kind of holds it high. Then he goes to the counter, brings it to Byron Saxton, tells him to open it up, and Saxton finds a bunch of pancakes in there and just angers Miz. Then we have a match between Jeff Hardy, and Shinsuke Nakamura. There's a really pretty whisper in the wind. Nakamura hits his corner knee, but to the back of Hardy rather than to the stomach, which I thought was cool. Then he attempts a Kinshasa, but gets a twist of fate for his efforts. Then a Swanton Bomb lands, but Hardy's back delays him enough that Shinsuke Nakamura is able to kick out. Nakamura low-lows Hardy, gets DQ'd. Then he hits a Kinshasa and counts to 10. And is that the end? No, it's not. I really can't remember. We have Carmella at the makeup chair. Renee asks her if she's scared or concerned about Asuka. She basically laughs it off. Again, transitive property. She's beaten Asuka before by beating Charlotte. Renee is with Cass. He says he helped open a new roller coaster today. He talks about money, which is always cool. And he says that the roller coaster has a height requirement, pulls out a sign, and he says that Daniel Bryan's the only person who can't ride the ride. It was all right. I actually liked the promo part of it. The last little short joke, whatever. So then we have the 10-woman match. So Naomi, Charlotte, Becky, Lana, and Asuka. Is that Lana? Yeah. My handwriting's going on me. Versus Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Billy, Peyton, and Carmella. The match is so-so. Breaks down into a brawl. Charlotte hits her moonsault to the outside, which is always looking good. Carmella tries to steal a win with a kick to Asuka, but it's broken up, and Asuka gets a tap-out win with the Asuka lock. And then competitors kind of surround Asuka and look up at the briefcase, and they're going for these visuals again, and I just kind of hate them all. I just don't like it, but I get it. So this episode was rough. I gave Raw a 6.5, which might have been cheap. It might have been a 7, but I can't give this any higher. I'm going to go ahead and say 6.5 for this as well. All right, thanks for watching.